Alexandria Douglas joins me on set. We'll call her Alex going forward because that is indeed what everyone refers to her as. And by all means, I'm happy to have her on set because she's here to not only share her work and share some of her thoughts with us via the poetry, the spoken word format, but I look forward to her actual journey in this process, finding yourself, finding your voice, finding your space. Alex, great to see you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good to see you too.
I want to ask you, in terms of fine-tuning this particular craft and talent, at what point you discovered, you know what, I'm pretty good at this, and more so, I want to share this with the world?
Well, I would have obviously been exposed to poetry through school and things like that, but I really considered doing it as a full-time hobby, essentially, when I was doing a workshop with Two Cents Movement, and I had a mentor, Ariel John, and I thought she was one of the coolest people in the world, and she really told me I had a talent for it and that I could continue, and she was really encouraging, so I just decided to go for it.
You know, Alex, I always wanted to find out from a poet, and I think you're the first person I'm ever going to ask this particular question. At what point, when you're putting your ideas and your thoughts together, you realize, okay, it's done. That's it. That's the conclusion. It's full stop. I've reached to the end of this story.
That's a good question. Honestly speaking, I think it's different for each poet. For me, I don't think it ever really stops. It's just there comes a moment where you kind of have to be like, I have to step back, because when it comes to poetry and when it comes to, you know, doing things that are creative, you kind of have to be like, I have to stop or else I'm going to ruin it. And I mean, I feel like you'd understand that, you know, from a creative standpoint. You'll always look to improve it, but sometimes the best thing you can do is leave it alone. Yeah,
sometimes, you know, that's it. You've come to that particular point, and, you know, I think to put more, you know, and they say, as the famous saying goes, anything sweeter spoil it good.
Exactly. You don't, you don't take off a mango and then be like, well, I go leave it for even more days so it can get even sweeter. No, it goes spoil.
Yeah. I love it. So the piece you're going to do today for us, and we're going to get a chance to touch base after, it's called Exposing the MACO. This is one of your original pieces. You did this one recently. Give me the backstory behind this piece. It
is an original piece. I would have originally written it for the National Poetry Slam. I was wild card into semi-finalist for that. So I really wrote something that I thought would be impactful. I like my poetry to be impactful, and this was something that it had come to me, and I was like, you know what, let me just go with it.
Excellent. Let's expose the MACO. I want to take in the piece, and we come back and talk some more with Alex, who joins us live on set for our Poets Corner. Enjoy.
I love tobacco. Everybody business does be everybody business. Which is funny because nobody likes somebody in their business, but who am I to argue if my neighbor is louder than my TV? It doesn't matter if their house is a little ways down the road. My window has an air tunnel that channels all the sound straight to me. Like if the sound knows that I will appreciate it in all its drama-filled artistry. And I will. Because telenovelas have nothing on Trini arguments, dog. The spiciness of drama does be hot and heavy, and when I see them, I have to pretend that I wasn't listening. Because you know the first rule about being a MACO, we don't let people know we was MACO in. Along with the second rule about being a MACO, we don't talk about what we hear. At least not with people who like get back to them. You can't keep good shows like that to yourself. It's meant to be enjoyed. Because on my family season of keeping up with it's quiet. So quiet people believe there is no show in here at all. At least, no one of interest. No one MACOs the normal family. In actuality, there's an icy silence that has become second nature, going from lively to trying not to think about surviving. See, a family doesn't have to be loud to be nuclear. It can still implode daily without a boom. Those are more dangerous because they're slow acting, the ones you never see coming, because all it takes is one mutation and your life changes. I never thought cancer would invite itself onto my family show. But it's okay. I tell the cameras to stop rolling the moment I feel tears coming, and the doors stay shut when cancer is a bigger part of the episode than I would have liked. So the only thing my neighbors might slightly hear is the occasional laugh that might be improv. And how would they know otherwise? No one can MACO behind my smile. So when the hospital scene came, no one knew that I was waiting to see if one of my favorite co-stars would live or die. It's the same way that you don't know if the people you meet on the street are an audience or a cast member of their family reality shows. The same one that is be running in household C. I can't really read people's thoughts. My MACO is not that advanced yet. So unless they have a live breakdown on social media, I have no clue what the people I meet are going through. And they don't know how much I try to cope, with any hope slowly becoming static. If my usual show, Noisy Neighbors Show, isn't projecting, it does feel like life not really living. It's why I rarely love MACO in. It reminds me I'm not really that alone.
Wow. Let me tell you, right? So I take it and it started off jovial and real light, and then it took a whoop. You took a shot.
Yeah.
I say, where I come from? You kind of got very serious there, very sentimental, and then brought it back. Interesting piece.
Thank you.
I guess on an average basis, like something like that, it will just flow, or you will start, stop, thing, review. Walk me through probably writing that piece right there.
For this piece, it was something that I had thought about deeply before I started writing it. So for this piece in particular, when I started writing it, I just let it flow because I didn't want my overthinking to impact this piece when it's such a different and sentimental piece, as you said. So I really let this one flow, but usually speaking, yeah, I let all my pieces flow. I don't know why I'm kidding myself. Like, I let all my pieces flow, but this one, I particularly tried to make sure that it was really the words that I wanted to say.
Who do you usually vet your work? Who you would probably just give a little sample to first?
My friends, I have poetry friends, Jaron, Tevin, Jabari, all those are my friends. I think you actually had Tevin on the show last week. I give them my work.
And you trust the feedback, they're transparent? They're open.
Sure. They will tell me if it's utter rubbish, or if I need work on it, as well as my family. My family is really honest with me, and I trust them a lot.
Any plans to turn some of your work, let's say, put a little melody on it, probably turn it into music at some point? Is that any part of your thought process?
No, just because I can't sing. I can't sing, unfortunately. I can, not assault your ears, but I can't really sing as well melodically as I would like to. I do have some experience in music through like an instrument, but music and songwriting, not my thing, unfortunately.
Because I was asking poets, because I know sometimes people are able to transition from the poetry. I saw that journey with Mohammed from Freetown. He started off as a spoken word artist, and then he was able to see transition now into the music. So, you know what, don't keep it there, probably back in mind, but you never know.
Thank you. I mean, I'll keep it open, just in case.
Just in case. How can folks find you? How could I follow the work, the progress? Just enjoys probably. You have anything up there online?
Online-wise, where you'll probably find it is through either on YouTube. That's probably where you can see most of my pieces. Not necessarily on my channel, but if you look at the 2 Cents channel and look for me, or if you look at the Bacano Leaf like page, Instagram page, or Bacano Leaf YouTube. I have this piece is actually up there. If it's a little different, don't mind that. But when it comes to me, live events are best. So come to Bacano Leaf. They have open mic every month at the end of the month, as well as National Poetry Slam. If I ever decide to enter it, look out for me. Well, again.
Yes, Alexandria or Alex. What name you go by? Alex?
I go by Alex, yeah.
Yeah, fantastic. Any closing remarks? Anything you want to mention before we wrap things up? Anybody you want to send love to? It's all yours.
Thank you for having me on the show, obviously. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my family for helping me get to here. My mom, my dad, my sister Ray, and all my friends. I really appreciate all of your support. And just anybody who recently has followed me on social media or liked any of my reels for my poetry. I really appreciate all the support, guys, and have a great day.
Yeah, that's right. Alex touching base, really amazing. Thank you so much for your presence and for sharing with us your work inside our Poets Corner via the Morning Brew. We take a pause and come back with your features, get something on pave, your body ground saying, and your fitness segment. Yeah, some music later on, still to come. Stay plugged in. See you soon.